Have you ever looked around and quietly wondered why your life feels socially empty? Not in the obvious way, not in the "I have nobody at all" kind of way, but in the deeper way, the kind where people know your name, maybe even message you sometimes, yet somehow very few people truly know your mind. Very few people know what weighs on your heart. Very few people understand the person you are becoming. And in a world where everyone seems constantly surrounded by people, noise, and endless conversations, this silence can feel unsettling, sometimes painful, sometimes confusing, sometimes even embarrassing. You begin asking yourself questions most people never say out loud. Why is my circle so small? Why do friendships fade so easily? Why do I feel disconnected even when I'm around others? Is something wrong with me? Stoicism offers a surprising answer. The absence of friendships is often not a social issue. First, it is a reflection of something much deeper. Your fears, your wounds, your standards, your emotional discipline, your priorities, and the stage of life your soul is currently moving through. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, and nowhere is that more visible than in our relationships. The people we attract, the people we keep, the people we lose, and the people we avoid all reveal something profound about our internal world. So today, we are not simply discussing friendship, we are uncovering what your lack of friendships may be revealing about your identity, your growth, and the silent emotional patterns shaping your life. Because sometimes loneliness is not punishment, sometimes it is philosophy in disguise. 1. The invisible walls you no longer notice. One of the deepest reasons people lack meaningful friendships is not external rejection, it is internal defense. At some point in life, many people experience betrayal. A friend disappears when life becomes difficult. Someone judges vulnerability. Someone uses trust against them. Someone reveals that closeness can hurt. The mind adapts. Quietly, efficiently, almost invisible. It begins building walls, not obvious walls, subtle ones. You stay friendly, but emotionally distant. You joke, but never reveal anything real. You listen, but rarely speak honestly about yourself. You remain available socially, yet unavailable emotionally. Over time, this becomes normal. So normal that many people no longer realize they are doing it. Stoicism teaches radical self-observation. The question is, are people truly distant from you, or have your defenses made depth impossible? This is where loneliness often begins, not in lack of opportunity, but in invisible emotional architecture. Solitude may be the result of growth. Now, here's the part most people misunderstand. Sometimes fewer friendships is actually a sign of maturity. As you evolve, your standards change. The conversations that once entertained you begin to feel repetitive. The environments that once felt exciting begin to feel draining. The people who once fit your old identity no longer align with your present values. Seneca warned us that the company we keep shapes our character. So when your internal values rise, shallow circles naturally begin to shrink. This creates a strange emotional season. Externally, it looks like loneliness. Internally, it may actually be refinement. Your life is becoming more selective, and selectivity often feels lonely before it feels peaceful. This is why Stoicism teaches patience during transitions. Not every empty space must be filled immediately. Sometimes, emptiness is making room for alignment. 3. Your fear of being misunderstood. Many people do not lack social skill. They fear misinterpretation. They have learned through life that being fully honest can invite judgment, so they begin editing themselves. They soften opinions, hide ambition, mask sensitivity, conceal pain, downplay intelligence, avoid emotional honesty. The result: people may know your social version, but not your real self. And when the real self remains hidden, true friendship cannot fully form. Epictetus reminds us that freedom begins when we stop living through the opinions of others. The moment you stop performing and begin revealing, the right people become visible. But this takes courage, because authentic living naturally filters people. Some will leave, some will misunderstand, but the few who remain become real. 4. Modern life has trained shallow connection. Here is one of the most overlooked truths. Modern systems are built against friendship depth. Notifications train distraction. Social media trains comparison. Short-form communication trains surface engagement. Busy schedules train postponement. Friendship requires everything modern life interrupts: attention, memory, presence, consistency. shared experience, and emotional availability. Stoicism teaches intentional living precisely because unintentional living fragments the soul, and a fragmented mind struggles to create deep relationships. Many people are not lonely because they are disliked. They are lonely because their lifestyle leaves no room for depth. 5. Sometimes your pain is choosing for you. Unhealed pain silently influences every relationship. A betrayal creates suspicion. A rejection creates hesitation. A toxic friendship creates a humiliating moment creates avoidance. Suddenly, every new person is filtered through old pain. Marcus Aurelius urges us to see reality clearly, not through memory, not through fear, not through emotional residue. Clearly. Sometimes, your lack of friends says less about the world and more about the wound still shaping how you interpret it. This is why healing is not separate from friendship. Healing is friendship. Preparation. 6. Your priorities changed before your social life did. Life seasons matter. Some seasons are socially abundant. Others are deeply focused. Business growth, career pressure, marriage, parenthood, self-rebuilding, health challenges, personal transformation. During these seasons, friendship quantity often drops, and that is not failure. Stoicism teaches harmony with reality. The problem is not a smaller circle. The problem is forgetting to protect the meaningful connections that still matter. Even one strong friendship can anchor an entire life season. 7. The Stoic paradox of fewer but better people. The world glorifies popularity. Stoicism glorifies virtue. These are not the same thing. A crowded life is not necessarily a connected life. One honest, loyal, growth-oriented friendship is worth more than dozens of people who only know your surface. This is why fewer friendships can sometimes indicate wisdom. You are no longer attracted to noise. You are drawn to depth. And depth is rare. 8. The real message behind loneliness. So what does a lack of friends truly indicate? Sometimes, emotional walls, fear of judgment, changing standard-souled pain. Life transitions. Depth, personal growth are simply a season of self-discovery. Teaches us not to panic in solitude. Instead, study it, because solitude often reveals truths social noise keeps hidden. What are you avoiding? What are you outgrowing? What kind of people truly deserve access to your inner world? What version of yourself are you becoming? These questions matter more than simply making more friends. Maybe your life feels quieter right now for a reason. Maybe this season is not about chasing more people. Maybe it is about becoming more honest, more selective, more healed, and more aligned. Because the deepest Stoic truth is this: your outer relationships will never rise above your inner clarity. The moment you understand yourself more deeply, you stop chasing noise and begin recognizing substance. And that is when the right people finally become visible. So if your circle is small, do not fear it, study it. It may be teaching you exactly who you are. And once you truly know that, the right friendships stop being accidental, they become inevitable. If this resonated, watch the next Stoicism video on your screen. It may explain why your solitude is becoming your greatest strength.